Fourth, Industrial Development Bank. As the name suggests, these banks are for the development of industry. The main advantage of these banks is that they provide medium and long term fund to the business firm. Another benefit is that they provide loan at a low rate of interest. Okay, example is Industrial Finance Corporation of India, that is IFCI, State Finance Corporation SFC, Maharashtra State Finance Corporation MSFC. Okay. Apart from providing medium and long term investment fund for the development, for the expansion and modernization, they also undertake shares by public limited company. Also, they purchase debentures and bonds of the company. Next is exchange bank. These banks help exporters and importers in foreign exchange transactions. You know that if I am going to export in some other country, they are going to pay in their currency. Same way, other country, if somebody is paying to me, they are going to pay in that currency. So this exchange work, converting it into Indian currency, that is done by the exchange bank. Example is Barclays Bank, Bank of Tokyo. Okay, so apart from financing foreign transaction, other work include issue of letter of credit. Letter of credit is like a guarantee to the exporter that he will get his payment on certain date. Next is the discounting of bills of exchange and remittance of dividend, interest and profit. If somebody has invested in companies of other country, they will get interest and dividend, interest, profit, etc. with the help of exchange bank. Sixth, Regional Rural Bank. It was established in 1975. Mainly these banks are in rural or semi-urban areas. Why they are set up? To inculcate the habit of saving among rural people. Also, they provide loans and advances to this to small and marginal farmers, agricultural laborers and rural artisans, and interest is low. These banks, actually the structure of these bank is like central government contribute 50% of the capital, state government contribute 15% of the capital, and remaining 35% is contributed by sponsored bank. Next, saving bank. These banks, they are there to encourage the habit of saving among people, especially in the rural areas. Example is like postal saving bank, commercial banks and cooperative banks. Eighth, investment bank. These are not normal banks where we save our money. These banks actually provide financial advices to their customer. For example, if I have business and I want to grow my business, I want financial assistance. So these bank, they have network of investors who are connected with these bank, so I can get my investment from this bank, and this bank will approach all the investors. Now don't think that this investment will be ready to invest your company. From their point of view, they have approached this bank, and it is the responsibility of the bank to investigate this company where these investors are ready to invest. So what this bank will do, they are going to approach this business, they are going to investigate all the things, and if they think that okay, this business is good, people can invest, then they are going to advise to those advisors that yeah, you can invest at this time. Ninth, specialized bank. They are there for the special requirement and provide overall support for setting up of a business. There are five specialized bank like Exim Bank, NABARD, NHB, that is National Housing Bank, IDBI, and SIDBI. So here three are given which we are going to study. First is Exim Bank, that is Export and Import Bank. Exim Bank help financial assistance to the exporters and importers. See, if somebody is doing business in foreign country, they don't know that somebody may do fraud with them. They may if I'm going to export in other country, that person may not pay me because that person is in other country. Same way, if I don't know market of my goods, where there is more demand for my goods, so I can take help from this Exim Bank. They actually advise exporters and importers, and they provide financial assistance to the exporters and importers. Second is SIDBI, Small Industries Development Bank of India. So these banks provide financial development assistance to the micro, small, and medium enterprises. They also coordinate the functions of institutions engaged in similar activity. This bank was set up in 2nd April 1990 under the Act of Parliament as a principal institution for the promotion of financing and development of micro, small, and medium enterprises. Third, NABARD. It is an apex institution for financing agriculture and rural sector. Now, don't think that they provide credit to the general public. They give short term and long term credit through RRB, okay, Regional Rural Bank. And it is an apex institution concerned with the policy, planning, and operation relating to agricultural credit and credit for other activities in the rural areas.